It's wonderful to meet them and share one thing that we all wanted to support Maureen. We had all recognized Maureen's capacity and her courage and her willingness to do the work. So we were all there to support her. So more recently, just last year, so we are only touching on the very important events that took place. There had been more meetings in between, but last year when I visited in July, I have to say, expect the unexpected from Maureen. She said, if you are coming in July, we have to do something because, again, the memorial was coming up. Tell me what you said.
Yeah, because honestly, I was suddenly, you said you are coming in July, and I was like, oh my God. So, because I always believe this journey of healing the motherland, my people, my village, all these, you have been part of my life since 2017. So, my own healing and also healing of all our people. So when you said you're coming in July, I was like, okay, so we have to do something. I was so convinced when I asked you when are you going to come, and first you said July 10th. Then I said, okay, July 9th is the event, so forget about it. Then suddenly you sent me a message saying I'll be there on July 7th, and that was like a message from the universe. Okay, there is going to be, we are going to do something because July 9th is the memorial event. And so for me, I really didn't know what to do, how to do, but for me, I always believe even if I and Manio sit and do something together that has the benefit for the world. So I said, you can come over to my apartment, and in my apartment, maximum I can hold 10 people. So I'll invite the close people and we'll have something close to remember them. So that is how we started it. And she said okay for that. Then,
And tell me how it finished up.
yeah. So then she called me and said, there is a place, Tara Lanka Foundation, and they can have it, the event in there. Are you okay? I said, of course, I don't have any problem. Then it came, she contacted me again to say, some army soldiers, wounded soldiers are willing to participate in that. Are you okay to have them? I was so, because that is one of my desire to serve the army, because uh, Buddhism was one enemy, then Sri Lankan military is another enemy for me. So for me, I never had a close interaction with any Sri Lankan military people in my life. So they have been always been others for me. I never, until today, I don't have a close friendship to say, this military person is my friend. So when she offered that, I felt it is a gift from the universe to do something with one-time enemy, to bring that peace and reconciliation, and also for me to forgive them and also ask forgiveness from them. That was my desire to do the event, to have them among us, because I really wanted to send this message of forgiving them and also asking forgiveness from them. So the event had so much challenges, and there was a time we were not sure whether we can have it or not. But again, so we wanted to have candles lit for the, as a memorial event for those who are died in the village, and also all those who have died during the war. So again, a beautiful thing happened when I said, okay, I'll get the candles and come, because I was organizing with Malinta. She was the one who was organizing, as Manu was in Australia at that time. So I was working together with her, and she said, I'll buy the candles for that day. That was like, I felt the event has already been done, because hearing that word, a singular person saying, we'll buy the candles for you to remember your loved ones was healing for me. Even at that moment, I said, if there is no event happening, I'll be fine because I have received what I needed to hear for that event. So it was a really a blessing. And also, I shared one poem. It is about PTSD in Tamil, English, and Sinhala. So that is another blessing because for me, Sinhala is not my language or anything, but to share the poem in Sinhala is another blessing for me because I understood. I speak French, Russian, Tamil is my mother tongue, English is fluent, but Sinhala, I didn't learn. It's because no, I'm not good in language. It's I didn't want to learn the language. It is more of hesitant, more of anger, and so on that day, sharing out loud my poem in Sinhala was another milestone in my personal life. When the event started, when the army fellows came, they were in wheelchair. And honestly, at that moment, some were very young fellows, and I felt like it is us who have made them to be on that wheelchair. And that was the brokenness of that moment for me. I didn't expect that I will ever come to that point to take the responsibility of the suffering of the Sri Lankan military. But on that day, I was able to take that responsibility to say, yes, I have caused these people to suffer rest of my life, and I am part of this what have happened to them, and that really brought so much. I never thought I will ever cry for Sri Lankan military because for me they were my enemies, and I never had that compassion towards them. I never felt like they were human being. And even when we were in Jaffna during the war, at that time when the army dies, we rejoiced, we were so happy. So that was me one time who was so happy to hear how many were killed or died or all these things. And 2023, so I was 43 years old, and after 43 years, I was able to feel that I'm part of this cause. And to feel sorry for them is really something uh, I'm grateful that God has given me that compassion towards even to the Sri Lankan military. So that I felt the success of doing the event because I had the change of heart. And that is what I wanted for myself, because change has to happen first within us, not somebody else. And which I never ever even imagined that I can feel sorry for the people who have destroyed our village, that I will feel compassion towards them. So it was really a blessing, and I really felt like the forgiveness is my mission. That forgiving everybody, even friend, because I think forgiveness is a daily practice. It's like always it has to be in life, that forgiving everybody, even friends, close people, and move on with it. So it just opened up for me my path to um, receive that forgiveness from them and also to forgive them. So that was the event.
Thank you for sharing. I know these are deeply personal, feelings that you're sharing with us, and they've been very, very inspiring as well. That you're so open and honest. And one of the things that I really admire about you is, Maureen, that you are so impartial and you're very honest. So I want you to. We had a conversation a little while ago, and we were